ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். திருப்பாவை 24th பாசுரம். அன்றி இவ்வுலகம் அளந்தாய் அடி போற்றி, சென்றங்கு தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி, பொன்றச் சகடம் உதைத்தாய் புகழ் போற்றி, கன்று குணிலா எறிந்தாய் கடல் போற்றி, குன்று குடையாய் எடுத்தாய் குணம் போற்றி, வென்று பகை கெடுக்கும் நின் கையில் வேல் போற்றி, என்றென்றும் சேவகமே ஏத்திப் பறைகொள்வான், இன்று யாம் வந்தோம் இரங்கேலோர் எம்பாவாய். In the previous pasuram, Andal Nachiyar requested Krishna to walk a few steps and ascend the throne. Being seated there, order all of the gopikas to be engaged in Kaikaryam for him. She said, Ingane Pondaruli, coming out in this manner from your room to the throne. Krishna, who obeyed the orders of Arjuna, when Arjuna said, bring the chariot and place it in front of the two armies, Krishna dutifully obeyed that order. Such Krishna will surely obey the request, prayers of Andal Nachiyar and Gopikas as well. As Krishna started walking a few steps towards the throne, Andal Nachiyar immediately starts performing Mangala Shasanam to him. Mangala Shasanam means desiring, praying for the well-being of someone. Periyalvar, who is a great devotee of Sriman Narayana, performed Mangala Shasanam to Emberuman in his Tirupallandu. Following the footsteps of Periyalvar, his dear daughter Andal Nachiyar is performing Mangala Shasanam to Krishna in this pasuram. This pasuram is called as Tirupallandu of Andal Nachiyar. In Sri Ramayanam, the rishis, sages of Dandakaranyam, were all greatly harmed by the Rakshasas. They were all eagerly waiting for Sri Rama's arrival so that they can go and complain to Sri Rama. As Sri Rama entered the forest, the sages came to know about it and they went straight to Sri Rama. As soon as they saw him, instead of presenting their own complaints, they started glorifying Sri Rama, saying his divine form. This is the common quality of all the great devotees of Bhagavan. They would pray, they would request to Bhagavan, but as soon as Bhagavan starts walking towards them, taking initiatives, they would say, oh, I have made you take so much effort for me. I should not have done that. You are so tender. You are so gentle. I should not have given trouble to you. This is the nature of all the devotees of Bhagavan. So Andal Nachiyar is also doing the same thing here. Until he was resting on the bed, she prayed to Krishna and asked him to wake up, requested him to give Kaikaryam and so on. But once he stood up from the bed and started walking, she felt, oh, I have committed a great mistake by making Krishna walk. It is too much trouble for him, and I should not have done this. When Devas were all suffering at the hands of Asuras, they went to Sriman Narayana and prayed to him. They told him Mahabali is encroaching all their wealth and they are helpless. So they requested Bhagavan to go and get their wealth back from Mahabali. So Sriman Narayana, incarnated as Vamana, went to Mahabali, begged for alms. He requested 3 steps of land, 3 feet of land, and when Mahabali agreed, he measured the whole world with 2 steps. At that time, his divine feet touched the forests, the mountains, and everything while measuring the world. Such tender divine feet had to go through all those sufferings. This is the thought which Andal Nachiyar is now having. Just like the Devatas who are Prayojanantara Paras, that means they are after material wealth. For their own desires, they made Bhagavan walk over all of the forests and mountains and so on. I, being a devotee, have done the same thing and have made Bhagavan take a few steps and trouble himself too much. It is also explained that when Andal Nachiyar prayed to Bhagavan to walk a few steps, to be seated on the throne and to inquire their needs, Krishna and Nappinai Prati came to the assembly hall, seated on the throne, and was giving their audience to all the gopikas. At that time, he was served by a few servants who were fanning him from the side. When the wind blew a little harder, his clothes moved a little bit and his divine feet became visible to the gopikas outside. Seeing his divine feet, Andal Nachiyar and the gopikas took those divine feet, placed them on their bosoms and their eyes with great reverence, and immediately started singing Pallandu, Mangala Shasanam for his divine feet. It is at this point when they get reminded about Bhagavan's measuring of the worlds with his divine feet, and they immediately start singing Andri Ulagam Alandai. Periyavachan Pillai, Nayanar, and I Jananyacharya have all shown wonderful meanings for this pasuram. Let us now see the meanings briefly. Andru, when Indra and other devas were tormented by Mahabali, back at that time, Ivvulagam, these worlds, Alandai, with your 2 feet, you mercifully measured those worlds. O such Emberman, Adi, your such divine feet, poetry, let it live long. Now, the next incident is highlighted. Here, Andal is highlighting many incidents. Each one of them is more dangerous than the previously mentioned ones. The first incident involves Bhagavan measuring the worlds and his divine feet touching upon the forests and mountains. But in the subsequent incident, he is directly going into the town of Lanka to fight with Ravana. This is more dangerous because this is like going into the den of a lion and fighting it right there. Angu, where Ravana is residing, Sendru, mercifully going there, Tennilangai, his town, the beautiful Lanka. Ten generally means beauty as well as south direction. Here it is explained as beautiful Lanka. Chetrai, O one who destroyed. Tiral, your strength. Potri, let it live long. Potri is a word which is similar to Namaha, Vali, Pallandu. All of these indicate Mangala Shasanam. Next, Shakatam, Shakatasura, who is a demon who entered into the wheels on a cart which was kept as protection for baby Krishna. Pondra, to be killed. Udaitai, you kicked that wheel. Pugar, your glory. Potri, let it live long. This is even more dangerous because, at least in the case of Ravana, Bhagavan knows that he is an enemy. But here, the demon has entered into the cart which was placed as protection for Krishna. Next, Kandru, as a calf, Vatsasura, who entered into a calf, Kunila, as a stick, Erindai, O one who threw at the Vilampadam, the wood apple fruit, which was also possessed by Kapittasura, another demon. Kadal, Bhagavan, Krishna, bent his knees and the divine feet little bit while taking aim at the fruit. Here, Andal is performing Mangala Shasanam for such divine feet. Potri, let the divine feet live long. Kundru, the Govardhana mountain, hill. Kudaya, as an umbrella. Edusai, O one who lifted. Gunam, your Saushiliam and other qualities. Potri, let them live long. Here, again, as we progressively see, this is even more dangerous because all along, for the sake of Indra and other devatas, Bhagavan fought with the demons. But here, the devatas themselves, that is Indra, the chief of devata himself, has become an enemy out of anger. At this stage, Krishna felt he could not kill Indra as he killed the other demons because Indra happens to be a devata and also a devotee of Bhagavan. It is only that he committed a mistake having lost his mind. So Bhagavan simply kept the Govardhana hill on his hand. He held it together for 7 days until Indra becomes tired, and eventually Indra realizes his mistake and surrenders to Krishna. So here Andal Nachiyar is singing Mangala Shasanam for such qualities of Bhagavan, where he mercifully tolerates the misdeeds of his devotee. Vendru, winning over the enemies, பகை கெடுக்கும், destroying those enemies. நின் கையில் வேல், the spear in your hand. Poetry, let it live long. As cowherd boy, Krishna always carries a spear because they go to the forest with the cattle, and sometimes their cattle may be attacked by beasts. To protect the cattle from the beasts, they carry the spear in their hands. Thus, Andal Nachiyar sings Mangala Shasanam for the spear in the hand of Krishna. Endru Endru, saying this repeatedly, this Mangala Shasanam is to be done eternally, continuously. Even after going to Paramapadam, one will have to do Mangala Shasanam because it is the true nature of the Jivatma. Periyalvar too, in his Thiruppallandu, in the end says, Soolndirundethuvar Pallande, will go around Bhagavan and sing Mangala Shasanam for him. Un Sevagame, your valorous acts, your bravery, Eti, praising in this way, Parai Kolvan, to receive Parai, which is Kaikariam, Yam, all of us, Ingu, here, Vandom, we have all come here. Irangu, you should mercifully show your grace, says Andal Nachiyar. Here, it is actually important to understand that performing Mangala Shasanam is the nature of Jivatma. Similarly, showing mercy towards his devotees is also natural for Bhagavan. Thus, in this pasuram, Andal Nachiyar performs Mangala Shasanam and shows us how to be engaged in always praying for the well-being of Bhagavan. ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
Please download our Koil KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store to listen to or download Upanyasams like these. Our website portal is koyil.org, koil.org.